Hey Pony community, I'm back. And today, well, I was thinking, if G5 ended of Make Your Mark, if G5 is already over, but if that's the case, then I have a assumption that Generation 6 might be a remake of G4 or it might be some entirely new thing. But if you want to keep looking for my videos, if you want me to talk about stuff about MLP or even theories, comment down below and subscribe to my channel to see more content. Sorry I haven't posted a lot of videos lately. There was a lot of a lot of delays, but I'm here today. Anyway, I'm gonna make a total of 3 theories of what G6 could be. So let's get on to it. Theory 1. It becomes a G4 remake. So, G4 remake of Generation 6, it could happen. They could bring back the old characters from the main 6 of Twilight Sparkle to like Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, Applejack, and even Spike bringing him back again. Or maybe Twilight could be a different species like an Earth Pony or a Pegasus, who knows? Or maybe she might be the main character of the remake G4 of Generation 6. It could be something entirely. It could be one of the characters. But yeah, the reason this might be likely is because Hasbro, they wanted to have the ideal desires and passion that they had back in 2010 when G4 first released, like October 10th of 2010. They're probably gonna name it a bit differently because they're not gonna repeat their own name title. Maybe The Wonderful World of Friendship, or maybe The Mysterious Friendship of Power. Who knows? Any type of name that they can come up with. And maybe the animation style will go back to the old style, but it's very unlikely. They will make it slightly different. Like, if they go to the 3D route, like the way they did in G5, then let's see if it's better than the G5 style of 3D animation, because you know what happened in Make Your Mark, it's not going pretty well. So they're basically gonna put the animation like they did in G4, or the 3D maybe a bit better than G5's 3D animation, or somewhere between. But yeah, a G4 remake of Generation 6 most likely will happen if they're gonna continue the continuity lore of G4. Or like it takes place after G5, like years later probably, who knows. But honestly, if they do this route, that would be considered kind of lazy because you're relying on the G4 like popularity, so your company and also your fan base will grow as we speak. But yeah, but if they do this, then we'll give it a shot. But if it's too much the same, then might as well just watch the original show of G4. But yeah, this is theory 1 of they can possibly make a remake of G4 to put at the title of G6. Now it's time for theory number 2, a entirely new thing concept. So, Generation 6. There are many things that get put in this route of making something new excitement for this decade to remember like G4. But we can like say that there will be a new main character instead of Sunny. But there could be, but it depends. If it's no longer the lore of G4 or G5, then this is going to be an entirely new thing. So a new character could be a Pegasus, Earth Pony, or a unicorn again, or an Alicorn storyline, who knows. But entirely new thing, they could possibly think of many things, like add like other mythological creatures, like entirely new thing that would never show up in between 2 generations, and they can expand the world more and name entirely new towns and cities and lands that they can do, and new cool animation, new iconic moments, new memes, video games, fan base, fanfics, and all that. Because if it becomes very popular, then they can really bring back the nostalgia of G4, but just in a different way. If it's G6, if it's better than the previous 2, then that's great. And who knows, maybe it could be a great thing, or it could be the worst thing. Entirely new thing, we never know about this entirely new thing, but whatever it is, I hope it's good. Now for my final third theory is gonna be pretty like odd or exciting, who knows. So I think that G6 could be a prequel to G4. Like, think about it. We want to know the backstory of Celestia and Luna, or even possibly Sunset Shimmer, adding to the mix. Before the events of Friendship is Magic, before the Twilight ever came to Ponyville, before we see her side of the story, we just want to know a little bit more about the backstory before the events of Equestria, and learn the childhood or even the teen years of the two sisters, Celestia and Luna, including Cadence. Like, we want to know, like, it will be a crazy prequel, and to know the lore of all of this. And yeah, it will be pretty amazing if it can happen. And Star Swirl, we can know about more about him and what he teach and taught to the two sisters in canon. The one thing I really want to know, who were Celestia's and Luna's parents? Like, if we get a prequel of G4, which is G6, a prequel storyline before the events G4, putting a prequel storyline in G6, like make it entirely a prequel series. And we can learn about if there was a civilization of an Alicorn city, or like there were any other Alicorns out there, or where Celestia and Luna actually came from. Because I don't think they were in Equestria. I don't think they were there for the whole time. They had to be somewhere, and maybe they could have earned their Alicorn powers. Maybe like in Alicorn City, like you have to earn or even grow and develop before you get those Alicorn powers. I don't know if Celestia and Luna were born Alicorns, or they used to be just Pegasus or unicorns. It could be either way, but it would be so interesting if we could learn about the backstory of Equestria in G6, and learn about a younger Celestia, younger Luna, younger Cadence, and younger Star Swirl, possibly, and learn about more about Queen Chrysalis and all of that, and why she had hatred towards like the way that she is actually, and Tirek and other villains. Like, we can learn more about what really happened that tipped them off in G4. And even Discord will be so interesting because we want to know his backstory too before the events of Equestria. Was he always like this? Or he has been like this for thousands of years? So it'll be amazing if they can make a prequel series learning more about deep lore of Equestria in G6. It's a pretty good idea in my opinion. It will be amazing to watch, and also we get to learn more about the characters deeply and their struggles and the way they are right now and the way who they are. So yeah, my third theory is that G6 will be a prequel to G4. But this is just an assumption. It will be an idea, but it's not entirely true. I don't have no evidence. But it will be pretty cool to think about. One more thing to clarify. I forgot something that I'm very curious about this third theory or assumption, that we can learn more of the lore and backstory of the elements of harmony and how they were created and made. Because that was one of the biggest mysteries. Where did they come from? Who created them? Who brought them here? And how did Celestia and possibly Luna, or maybe Star Swirl or any other person, know about the elements so much? And why are they so powerful? Yeah, because magic of friendship. But I don't think it always existed. Maybe it did. Like, we already know a little bit the backstory of Equestria a little bit in G4, but we can expand on it even more. So anyway, this is my video for today about assumptions for Generation 6, since G5 already ended and G4 has been long further back. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe I can make more videos. If you want any reaction videos, like if you want any other character to react that I can make, you can comment down below. Or if you want me to talk about theories, or like hear my thoughts and opinions about MLP content, then you can put it in the comment section if you want to let me know. So anyway, this is Pony Community signing off.